tell us what the backstory and the undercurrent to this all is. It seems that artificial intelligence seems to be a thread holding this all together. Investors don't seem to be, and consumers don't seem to be satisfied with what they are seeing in terms of Apple's AI offerings to date.
Yeah, Mike, thank you so much for having me. So back in June, Apple announced Apple Intelligence, right? This is their new AI platform. The good news is that Apple is here too with AI. The bad news is their AI is really not up to snuff in comparison to the competition. You have Samsung, which has Google Gemini deeply integrated. You have Microsoft products. Obviously, they're not in mobile, but they have OpenAI deeply integrated, right at the core of their AI stack. You see Meta with Llama integrating their AI into different devices and different applications, and so the industry knows that Apple is behind, right? But here's the other side of the coin. I don't think that 95% of consumers really care about AI. I'm not sure consumers are making their purchasing decisions based on Apple Intelligence, based on OpenAI, based on Gemini, et cetera, right? I think consumers are making their buying decisions still very much because of design, hardware features. And what we've seen from Apple over the past few years is no major hardware upgrades. So I think that is what's holding back iPhone sales. I think a lot of people are anticipating, in the market at least, big iPhone redesigns in the fall of this year, right? So there's probably a lot of consumers holding off on their purchases till the end of this year, wanting something that's quite a bit thinner, better camera capabilities, new designs, new display. So I think it's really the design stagnation that's driving a little bit of this pessimism on the iPhone in particular.
Interesting time, given that potential pessimism around the iPhone, to be seeing a big pay increase go to the CEO.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it comparison to a few years ago, Tim Cook was getting paid nearly $100 million per year, right? His pay did go up about 18% in 2024, went up to something north of $70 million. Base salary is the same. The RSUs, the shares were the same, but because of the stock growth in the past year or so, you saw the stock go up. So you saw his pay increase with a little bit more share count as well. So I think that's the driving force there. In terms of how Apple's going to fare this year, in my column yesterday in Power On, I gave a look at the roadmap for the Apple product line for 2025. And what you're seeing are a lot of devices. This is going to be an extraordinarily jam-packed year in terms of new products for Apple, but nothing particularly revolutionary or innovative. But I still think that's going to drive a good chunk of sales. I think that Apple engineers and people who work on the iPhone in particular are pretty excited about the iPhone roadmap. I mean, this year you're going to see a new iPhone 17 Air model, much thinner device. They think that's going to do well. And then in the years to come, you're going to see foldable iPhones and other new types of phones. So I think they're quite excited about the future.
Mark, moving away from Apple, we'd like to ask about news from Sonos today. The audio technology provider changed its CEO. It promoted Tom Conrad to replace Patrick Spence, and this is in part due to troubles with their new app. What sort of challenge will Tom Conrad face as he takes this new job?
Yeah, I would say this is almost entirely, or it is entirely because of the new app. So it's just some background here. About a year ago, last May, Sonos revamped its app. And for the Sonos user experience, the app is really the center of everything. It's how you control your speakers. It's how you set up your speakers. And so if the app doesn't work right, your ecosystem, and in some cases, tens of thousands of dollars of speakers in your home theater or in your house, right, it's not going to work properly, right? This was driving people really mad, right? Not able to control volume, not able to control music properly, not able to play the songs they want, not able to search, alarms not going off, the sleep timer not working. This really led to a sales decline for Sonos. You're going to see another 15% decline in the current quarter. They had to hold someone responsible, and they chose the CEO. The new guy has been a board member for several years and helped create Pandora.